afternoon, Nigeria. Good afternoon, Lagos. My name is Teresa Adewa, and I'll be reading you the best and latest news of Nollywood today. Onyeka Onwenu, star of many Nollywood movies, is dead, according to media reports. May she find peace. Amen.
Onyeka Onwenu, the elegant stallion. It's interesting that she actually died after doing what she knows how to do.
Doing her last dance.
Her last dance, And I heard those that attended the party said she actually gave a sterling performance.
She did. I saw the video. Didn't you see the video?
No, I haven't seen the video.
Oh, she was beautiful. Her performance was, top notch as always. Anyway, She was beautiful. She was dancing. She was moving. The music was musicking, and everything was just, it was working. It's just sad that we lost her immediately after.
It's very sad. It's very sad. Yeah.
Okay. Protest is not the answer. You, Adoche, urges Nigerians to be patient with Tinubu. I mean, we all should be patient.
Well, people have rights, and people have rights to protest, and I mean it's in our constitution.
Yeah.
But again, people also have right to go about and do their work.
Yes.
So if you're protesting, it's fair enough to protest.
But then they do things.
So I don't think that as Nigerians we understand the concept of protests. Peaceful protests do not necessarily always happen in Nigeria. We usually turn it into riots.
We actually have riots.
It's always riots. It always ends up as a riot. So I'm not, as much as I'm not personally against protests, because yes, things are difficult, really, if one must be honest. But you have to be fair that these protests affect the everyday man too. The last time we had something close to this, the nation didn't recover for a long time. And so if we are embarking on something like this now, we have to be truthful with ourselves and be real with ourselves.
Interesting is barely 4 years.
And I don't think I'm ready for that level of... I'm not mentally ready,
We'll be fine, definitely. Nollywood star Iyabo Ojo reflects on journey as a single mother at her son's graduation. Must be wonderful.
It's a wonderful one. Congratulations to her. I mean, it's not easy in the Nigeria of nowadays.
Yeah, it's not.
Or even training a child outside the shores of Nigeria.
On
it doesn't come cheap.
On one income.
It doesn't come cheap. So
Baron.
Congratulations. You say?
You have three boys.
Congratulations.
How is it going in your house?
You don't worry. Congratulations to your boy.
Congratulations. Nancy Isime claps back to haters of hijab film backlash. Your lights will highlight their insecurities. Haters will always hate.
This film has not even come out yet. It's already causing so much controversy. Let's see the film. Let's actually see what's there to be controversial about before we draw conclusions.
Most these days I'm always wary. When you have too much of controversy around a particular film, without trying to undermine, the producer and the director's brilliance and talent and all and effort, because I understand the effort put into making a film, even a short film, let alone a feature film, but at the same time, sometimes you end up watching the film and you're like, okay, maybe it was actually because of this. I mean, there's a film that I can testify to after watching. I'm like, really?
This was the entirety of it.
You get? Yeah, but it's all good. It's all good.
But Baron, you're an informed audience. You are an informed audience. You cannot compare yourself to a lot of other people who are going to be watching the film and drawing conclusions. So as much as I'm all for protecting people's religious rights and the sanctity of everybody's faith, some creative license must be allowed, to allow our creatives, do what they do.
I agree. But we found ourselves here. This is Nigeria.
Wonderful. Williams Chamber blows hot blast at men having kids outside marriage. So disgusting and disturbing. It is.
Is Baba feeling guilty? Or did this is something that, triggered him?
Maybe
because I don't understand the out of the blue. But Baron, you are in a better position to comment on this.
Meat. It's another man's poison.
True talk.
Baron, is this some confession?
I do not have a child outside marriage, but I know that if people who do it don't have issues with it, you can't blame them.
Yeah.
See, the thing I keep complaining about is we all have our rights. We all have what Nigerian constitution has not said a man cannot marry two women. Except you're legally married. If you the Nigerian constitution states it, if you have a traditional wedding, You can have 2 wives.
It's not even traditional wedding, no.
So you can have
under common law. You can even be married. Once the woman has a child for you, and you are living together.
I'm not supporting it, but see, whoever does it and feels fine with it, fair enough.
I just feel like everybody should be aware of what they are getting into.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because
if you're aware of it,
once you're aware, if you choose to be in the marriage or be in the situation, that's your choice. You should have the choice to do whatever you want.
And let's hope and pray that something of such doesn't happen. I hope and I pray it doesn't happen to him. I know a lot of people who are celebrities who have said things, and when the thing came back to haunt them,
that's why I said,
like, no, it was at that time. This my mind frame at that time.
No,
you know,
Byron, let's not go there because I think it was triggered. I want to believe it was triggered or something triggered it because it's not something you just say out of the blue.
Probably talking based on experience.
Based on experience.
Sure.
Actually. Feelings die, love fades. Damola Olatunji speaks on separation from Bukola Arugba.
Bukola Arugba. Actually, Bukola Awoyemi, the star of Arugba.
Okay. But that's her stage name now, somehow.
Feeling die, love fades. God be with them both.
It is well. Let's not comment on that.
They should just co-parent and be fine. As far as I'm concerned.
I mean, people are doing it.
Be good parents to your children and just see. If she's out, she's out. If you're out, you're out.
I think there was already one love self even before the love.
So
I don't understand.
So I don't understand where the
this is much ado about nothing. There's really it's not new.
It was from one love to another love.
So of course
you moved to the third love now. It's all good.
Byron, has he told you that he has another love? Byron, don't conclude.
We all know what's up, but it's all good. It's all good.
It's all good though. Nigerians like to see people suffer. We like to see queues. Nollywood actor Kunle Remi says.
This is very true. I agree absolutely. Nigerians, well, not all Nigerians. Majority. Maybe not. Let's not say Nigerians, but a lot of people, when they have a small edge over you, do like to see you suffer. They like to see you squirm, and it gives them some feeling of, oh yeah, I'm the one in power now. Yeah. Because I think yesterday when we had lunch together, the day before yesterday we had lunch together, and I was telling them that I had to buy fuel at 8:50. And that's it. I saw places where there were queues with 6:10, 6:15. Wow. And the queues were not necessary because for some reason they'll decide that it's only one pump that will sell. And then everybody is outside waiting, struggling to get that fuel. And then the place that is even selling 850 still makes you go through a lot of hassles. You see people at the attendants telling you that, oh, you have to pay. If you are using your card to pay, you have to pay extra 500 naira and those things. Or, madam, you must have something to this money. So it's just a way of life for some people. Doesn't mean that it's everybody.
It makes things difficult.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a way of life. It's true. It's just.
Then some people are wired to wait for scarcity, to literally take their pound of flesh on you who is driving into to get your food.
These black market sellers, I don't know how they know that the food is going to be scarce, because you see them with kegs standing by the side of the road and they already have the system in place. It's like people knew something that we didn't know.
They saw it coming.
It's crazy.
House of GA, an original Bolanle Austin Peter movie, topping amongst the top 10 movies on Netflix streaming platform in multiple foreign countries.
House of Ga. House of Ga.
That's a name that's a lot of is big in Nigerian history.
That's actually the story of Bashorun Ga.
Yeah. That was such a powerful story. I think Bolanle deserves all the flowers. She did fantastically. That movie reminded me so much why filmmaking is still important in climes like this, because a lot of people did not know that story, and that story sort of brought it back to that film. Sort of brought back the story, and it's allowing people to do more research on our history as a people.
Exactly.
It's
I mean, if for nothing, for the fact that she has come out to put the history of our people, in film that can stand the test of time.
Yeah.
We have children who would probably have read about Bashorun Ga or the story of Bashorun Ga or have Googled it online. I'm certain quite a number of millennials, some millennials and Gen Zs would probably Google House of Ga, and the only thing that would come out is Bolale Hospitals, but the older ones would understand that there's actually a story behind the film, you know, and that's the story of Bashar.
And that's how people document their history.
Yeah.
I remember that when we did when I was in secondary school and we had to read 12th Night, one of Shakespeare's plays. I'd seen the film of Shakespeare, so it helped me to put put it in perspective. So in exams, when I'm trying to remember lines, I remember the film,
and you're fine.
It's easier to remember it as in film form than in text. You know.
Actually.
So I think it's a fantastic thing that she's doing.
And the controversy. Oh no, I won't call it controvery. I'll say the conversations around
the nudity and everything.
It's actually helping, because if you read the book, you understand that the producers and directors didn't even do half of what
that Baba did. And I think it's not nudity for nudity's sake. It's nudity with a purpose.
With a purpose.
It's not just
It's actually, you can't tell that story without that nudity.
Exactly.
If you are telling that story the way it should be told, the way the man lived his life, you cannot take that part out of it. In fact, if it had been a Western world film or an Hollywood film, the nudity would be out of place. It would be out of place. It would be out of place.
Kanayo Kanayo's son and Victor Osiagu's daughter graduated from Babcock University on Sunday.
So you see, these days when I read stuffs like this, I'm happy, and I'm happy not because of anything, but because these people have put in the work. They started when they were probably getting very little or next to nothing, you know, and in all of these they are able to put their resources together. I mean, some weeks back we had Pajiribi in this house, and he told us how he had to put resources together to get his children educated. So when I read things like this, and they're even going to a private university,
that's what I was about to say.
It makes me happy, you know.
It's not cheap.
So it's not this mindset that these people, they are poor, that's why when they are sick they always come out. You know, it changes that that narrative. When people are ill and then unable, you know, to take care of themselves, if you want to help. You don't need to say, what do they even do in that their industry? People that are making money are making money. And Victor Oswag, who have been in the industry for over 2 decades, have sent their kids.
3 decades.
Almost 3 decades. If they've sent their kids, you know, to a private university, it means that somehow they were responsible with their with their savings, you know. And I think people can take a cue from that rather than just making a generalization of how people spend their funds.
Direct that people to a particular direction.
No, it's fine. It's
fine. I want to say actors. I'm just helping you.
I just help people.
Okay.
I just help people.
Okay.
I just help people.
Thank you so much for listening to our news. We're hoping to be with you guys next week, Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for the news.